Welcome back to the Mid-Year Mitch YouTube channel. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to build an air filtration system for your shop with this DIY kit, so be sure to stick around. So in the shop, I do a lot of grinding on fiberglass as well as metal, and I decided to finally get an air filtration system of sorts. So I got a DIY kit off of Etsy. I'll link the guy's YouTube channel where I saw him build the stuff, and he designs all this stuff himself. It's a pretty cool setup. It uses 8 furnace filters, and it uses, where's the name? It uses a Caterpillar fan. I'm going to take all this stuff out of the boxes here, get it set up, show you what it looks like. He has a nice video showing you how to put this thing together. It shouldn't take too long. Get this thing assembled, and we'll see how it works. I have all the pieces unpacked. This is what we're going to build here. This is just a little box, and each one of these squares holds one of these air filters. And then the fan, which is over here, mounts on top. You can either, bring air through either of the two ways. I think they say the best way to do it is to blow air up through, which will suck air through the filters, and that'll help keep dust down whenever you're grinding or painting or whatever. So I need to start putting this thing together. I'm going to start by putting casters on the bottom, start building all these little pieces. And this guy, I tell you what, he goes above and beyond. Look at this. He individually packages all the screws and labels exactly what they're for. I mean, it's like he's an engineer or he builds stuff. It's very well made, so I'm going to get this thing put together and we'll give her a try. So I have my air filtration system here assembled, and I've been using it for a couple weeks. Whenever I would cut all the metal off the Camaro, I had this thing running in the background. This thing works really well. You can tell by the color of the filters. They used to look like that, now they don't. But it works really well for collecting rust dust whenever you're grinding. As the death wheel explodes and all that carbon goes into the air, it collects all of that. So right now I have it in the orientation that it pulls air up through, and well, you can see the control is not on this side, it's on the back. So he has this nice little lever to lock this in place. It pivots on one point over here. So if I can do this one-handed, probably not. This fan is pretty nice. Blows a decent bit of air through it. And you can tell by the colors that it's definitely working. It's even got a low speed. I think it's like a 3-speed fan, works really well. And this is like a 6-car garage. And whenever I was grinding, normally the whole shop would be full of dust. You could walk over to all the cars and they would have dust on them, but now there's really not much. This thing was dirty before I brought it here. There's really not much fresh dust in the shop. Before, there'd be a thick haze, especially doing fiberglass work. I used some foam barriers around the cars also to help channel all the dust and sparks into one area, and then this thing really works. I just let this thing run for a little extra time. Whenever I'm done grinding in the shop, let it run for another 15 minutes or so. Clears everything out, because if you think if it's all in the air, it's just gonna drop, and it just makes it better for your respirator or whatever you're using to keep yourself safe. But this is the guy that made this kit, 3D Handyman. He came up with this little design here. This wrench is for, he calls these the filter clips, which if you look closely here, these might remind you of the technology that we used for our foam garage doors, our little swingers that, locked the door in place. We're making do with what we have, so we got some insulation foam here that we're putting up with these custom flippers. Custom swinging flipper technology will allow this door to be removed. Similar concept there, but he has nice little cutouts here. Everything is 3D printed. All the wood is laser cut. He gives you extra pieces if you want to put the fan in different orientations or use different fans. He gave you lots of spares in case something breaks, extra screws, extra parts. It's on caster, so it's very mobile. It's very stable, even though it's got a fan on top. You can also glue all the seams from the inside to help it seal, but I didn't think that was necessary for what I'm doing. And if you take the filter out, if it'll come out, he's got little bits of foam tape on the inside here to help everything seal up. And it's a nice little, oops, I'm not gonna be able to install it one-handed, but it's a nice little chamber. It works really well. And these filters were on sale whenever I bought them too, so definitely look out for that. I bought a pretty decent filter. If they get really dirty, I might not buy the most expensive one every time, but I think we should get a good bit of life out of them, and it should keep the shop cleaner and keep everybody inside in better health. If you're interested in this kit, check out the 3D Handyman on YouTube or on Etsy. He has 2 other kits that are smaller. I got the biggest one because, you know, go big or go home, but this one's pretty nice. The fan I got off of Amazon, you know, the Jungle website. It seems to work really well, and it can be easily removed and used just as a regular fan to move a lot of air. But I thought you guys might be able to use this, so I figured I would share a product that I liked. But if we get this thing, you know, get it out of here. You know, I've got a little bit of a mess on the Camaro, but good news is I got some metal in yesterday, so now I need to get this thing fit up to the car. Still need to remove a little bit of the rocker. And next week you'll see me get this thing fitted and get the whole car fitted. Hopefully we'll be able to start burning some of these pieces into the car and make this thing look solid again. I'll also make a video on my plan for this and address some comments about why we're not getting a brand new body or why I'm not bracing the car up. So I'll make another video on that, but you'll see this thing getting welded together very soon. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I just wanted to show you guys real quick this kit. I tested it out for a few weeks and I really like it. I think this could make a nice addition to your shop if you do a lot of grinding. It's just good for air quality, makes the shop smell better, takes a little bit of the mustiness out of it as well. So it's a really good thing to have in the shop. And next week I'll be getting back on the Camaro. So I'll catch you guys later.